everybody. Welcome to October. This is a Zodiac energy reading specifically for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm going to be connecting with the Sagittarius collective, going to be tuning into the most meaningful wisdom and healing that I can share with you for this month of October. This is to empower your way forward. This is for self-discovery and growth. So when I close my eyes, I'm going to be doing a journey into the energies, and I will share everything that I see, feel, and experience. So I'm going to relax now and get tuned in. And we will see what is the most meaningful message I can share with you for this month of October. Okay, so there's one hand, there's a chalkboard. And it doesn't feel like a chalkboard because it doesn't have that like chalkiness to it. It's kind of smooth and glossy, but it's black. And there's a hand that goes across, almost like it's wiping away what was written there. And then there's another hand that is writing, okay? So is that called ambidextrous? It's like, here's the right hand is doing this and the left hand is writing. It's like, I'm a right-handed, like, could I potentially do that at the same time? I can't do it. I just can't do it. All right, so that's what's happening. You are literally participating in erasing this with your right and then writing something new on the board with your left at the exact same time, okay? So that takes talent, right? You're talented this month. Okay, let's see where this goes. No, this is confusing. But it's not necessarily. It feels like an instinct. It feels like following one's intuition without thought. As in, I know I need to do this. I know I just need to do this. And I don't need to ask the questions. I don't need to analyze it. I just need to done and then write. I don't even know what I'm writing right now. And so it's just this like knowing, and it's an action, and it's putting that action into, a process. Like something's happening here. You're doing something and you're working with both your right and left sides at the same time. Still very mysterious. Because the onlooker, would really like to know what it is you're expressing. And it's not clear what it is that you're expressing. And it doesn't seem like it's clear to you either. You're just in action. You don't really know what it is. But you're in action, and I am curious to know, and I won't know, because you don't fully know yet either. And I feel like while I see all this movement and activity happening, this is exciting, it's almost like nothing is happening. It's almost like you're just sitting like a bump on the log. But there's a lot more going on for you, Sagittarius. It's sort of like when people talk about like the light codes and the downloads, and it gets you wondering like, okay, why is my life so blah and all these light codes are happening? It's kind of like the universe is talking and your body is listening, and you are like receiving some like super big plans here, and then you're like this bump on the log, like this. So maybe you have to be a little deactivated while all that information comes in, and then as it comes in, you'll find yourself more active. I feel like the scene is really active, mysterious, maybe subconscious level activity going on, because at the same time, energetically, there is this sense that you're more still, that you are more like the bump on the log or the couch potato. It's like there's something of a stillness and all this like going on like crazy, and you're like, meh. There's this stillness. It's like the immovable boulder. But maybe that's why. Maybe you have to be still to receive so much activity. I feel like there's a major you're receiving a lot of information from the universe right now. I've seen something of a similar kind with Libra. I've seen something of a similar kind now with Scorpio. And I'm convinced that there is a big rift here in the ascension process, because there are major energies that I'm seeing impacting the unique zodiac signs. And now here you're my third one, and it is happening with you too in your own way. Yeah, you're not, I'm kind of pushing you, and you're kind of, I mean, you just topple over, but you're more like a stone. You're just still. And something seems unresolved in your eyes, because your eyes are like pitter-pattering on the eyes, almost like you're seeing something, and your eyes are digesting information here, and perhaps that information doesn't make you feel motivated. Maybe it makes you feel heavy and weighed down, but actually there is a communication that's pretty exciting going on beneath the surface. And it's full of light, and it's full of movement, and it's full of something new. Okay, so Sagittarius Collective, what is the next thing you want to show us about this? There's going to be a point where you're going to be called to stand. I actually receive an experience where I feel like I'm you, and I'm in this sort of boulder state, and I experience, not because I heard it, but I experienced a calling for me to now stand, and it wasn't something I wanted to do. It felt difficult. It's like when you're a kid and now you have to wake up and go to school because the alarm's going off. It's not a nice, pleasant feeling. Being a kid and now having to adapt to the rules of society and the responsibilities of society, it feels difficult, right? But you get up, you get dressed, you go to school next day, right? You are living in this process. You really are. And it only feels uncomfortable at first, because once you stand up, you are kind of snapping out of that boulder state. But you still are not, you're not clear. You're not aware. You're not understanding yet. It seems to me like you're going through some kind of major upgrade. Let me just watch you, because you're standing and you're blinking your eyes. They're still kind of like pitter-pattery, like the channel on the TV, and we don't have the station. It's kind of like that in your eyes, but not aggressively so. It's more sleepily so. You want to know where you're being guided. You want to know, you want to have a knowing of some kind. You want to have a direction. Again, you're still working with intuition here, because I see that you're walking and you didn't tell yourself to walk. You just chose to. And you just start walking and you don't even know where you're going. You're just choosing to walk, and you're not even thinking about, well, what if I'm going to walk off a cliff? Like, maybe I need to have a little more conscious decision making here. No, it's almost sleepwalking level. You're not afraid, and you're not resisting, and you're saying okay, and you're letting yourself be guided, basically. And okay, there's going to be a big thing. This is the next thing. It's going to be a really loud and startling sound. And I'm going to, like, the cosmic finger is going to snap here. And you're going to just snap out of being really, 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 really deep inside yourself, okay? And you're going to pop right out of there and be like, whoa, where was I? That was weird. And once you pop out, you're going to be like crystal clear, okay? It's almost like crystal clear. It's like pretty, shiny, like, ooh, crystal clear. It's going to be like that, okay? Yeah, you're like, where was I? Was I asleep? I feel great today. I feel like I'm alive today. Yeah, I see you coming out from deep, deep, ridiculously deep down inside yourself in it's like a digestion of a lot of information, kind of existing in a sleepy state and not maybe fully aware, because once you snap out of it, it's like it becomes very clear what a sleepy state that was. That you were downloading and digesting a ridiculous amount of information. That's really cool because it's like Sagittarius, you're the chosen one. How awesome. Like, I get to see you receive a lot of information and it's got all these sound waves to it and it's full of color and it's happening. And then you're actually down in the depths of that information, processing it, receiving it, interacting with it. Then you're popping out of your body and you just are awake. You're just awake. And I see again that it's not as if you're kind of letting yourself live with the intuition. You're living in a it's almost like I see that you're awake in the crystal clarity, but you're not activating the practical, logical, thinking my way through all this stuff. It's like more like childlike. You're allowing yourself to be inspired in your motions. Something is guiding you that is beyond yourself. It seems more like an intuitive event where you're going to intuitively let yourself go where you go and let things fall into place as they fall into place. And it's all part of this energy. It's all part of this, what could be described as an energy event, a transformation thing, a build up in the energies that just happen. And now you're the next thing of who you are. You've reached the next level of who you are. It's pretty interesting. That's what I meant to share for you for October. That was a lot of fun. I'm really finding that there's some consistencies here between what I experienced with Libra, Scorpio, now you, Sagittarius. It feels like that September Mercury retrograde is like paving the way to a huge like evolutionary step, energetic evolutionary step. I know what the world looks like, but we are evolving. No matter what is happening out there, we really are evolving, and there's a lot more spirit and a lot more energy as a part of this. And when we own that really is true, it's like you gain a new sense of encouragement, a new sense of light and glow, a new sense of your inner child spirit just bellowing out from within you. And it brings all the power back and it revolves it around you, right? Your heart is incredible. It is an incredible thing. And these energies are incredible energies. And what you're processing here is not common for me to just run into that, okay? So that's pretty exciting, Sagittarius. I really want to emphasize this is extremely exciting. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this experience. If any of you are interested in exploring a session with me, this is an opportunity for me to help you personally. Go to AbbeyNormalsWisdomQuest.com. I'm also on Patreon. Check it out. Patreon.com/AbbeyNormalsWisdomQuest. All right, Sagittarius, have a great day. Have a wonderful October.